back. Rationating, we're back to the lost world. Their only natural defense is to play dead. Well, in that case, we're in huge trouble. In an old movie event. Our skills are strong. No, you're a robot that's strong. Yes, don't phase us, dude. Sage Adventures of Buck Wild. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Now streaming only on Disney Plus. There's something I want to tell you. There's something I think that you should know. It's something I shouldn't be. Love you. Let's take it slow. We get to know each other. Never feeling much stronger than legs trying to talk it over. It's really what I'm. Let's wait a while. Let's wait a while. Oh, we go too far. Be frightened with honor. Hey, I never give up on you. Let's wait a while. But before it's too late, you know you can't trust love. What? How am I blocked? Here's no just tweets. Stupid. I think I did one, maybe. I don't know. Music played from our party display to the dance. Then nothing can stop for romance. I thought it was clear the plan was we would share the spirit just between ourselves. But when the music changed, the plans rearranged. He went to dance with someone else. We started dancing and now put us into our groove. But now he's with someone new. What does love want me to do? We are saying, let the music play. You won't get away. Just keep the groove and then you'll come back to you again. Let the music play. You won't get away. Let's do it again. He won't leave it anymore. He tried pretending our dance is just a dance I see. He's dancing his way back to me. Yes, he discovered we are truly love. It's magic from the very start. 'Cause love just can't be proven and it don't be moving even though we dance with all. So we started dancing and now put us into the groove. As soon as we started to move, as soon as we started to move, lost music play, you won't get away. Just keep the groove and then it'll come back to you again. Music play, you won't get away. Let's do it again, you won't give it back anymore. That's so stupid. We try pretending our dance is just a dance I see. He's dancing his way back to me. He's dancing his way back to me. Love said, let the music play. You won't get away. Just keep the girl and then he'll come back to you again. Let the music play. Let the music play. Let's do it again. No, he won't leave anymore. Let the music play. Let the music play. Just keep the girl and then he'll come back to you. uh, uh, uh.
Negative you.
Get a real 2-minute offer to sell your car at CarMax. It's so real, we can say really over and over for 2 minutes. Or you could spend that time getting your real online offer from CarMax, which is really what will give you for your car. Real online offers in under 2 minutes. It's car selling reimagined. CarMax.
Now streaming on Disney Plus. Spend time with the bravest heroes. Biggest stories ever told.
Who I really am.
Disney's Encanto.
You are exactly what this family needs.
Star Wars, the Book of Boba Fett. And the Beatles. Get the Marvel Studios Eternal.
This is what we've been waiting for.
And Free Guy. Starting February 23rd.
Exactly.
Sign up now at DisneyPlus.com.
Almost separated. Living in a lonely world. What? This thing is terrible.
I sing up in the smoky room. Spill a wine, she's confused. For a smile, they can share the night.
It goes on and on and on and on. Yeah. Rock Carolines. Yeah. Where in the night? Negative keywords. Anyways. In the night. Good job. Without you, I never dream. And I dream more and more without you. Never needed us more. Without you, I always thought that everything was fine without you. Never knowing you'd be mine. Suddenly my world has changed, and I just wonder why. All it took was just one smile. Now with you, out of the blue, love appeared before my eyes with you. It took come true. I never thought I'd realize what love was, what love was, what love was. I need you, oh I need you, and every day I love you more and more without you. Please, I know what it's all for. Suddenly I see you there, and everything's okay. Don't know why I feel this way. Now it's you, out of the blue, and more, before my eyes met you. A dream come true. I never thought I'd realize what love was. Love was what love was. It's here to stay. I'd fall in love with you. A dream come true. With you. With you. Oh, it's a good dream come true. Out of the blue. Dream come Nothing to say. I want another daughter over you. Feeling the same way. I'm nothing but tired. Anyways, whatever it is, it is. Whatever it's not, it's not. It's a program. Oh, this is so boring. My life is such a bore. And my face. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Nationwide is on your side. Oh, God. Susie only wants the room. She's in America. See the girls and California, I'm hoping it's going to come true, but there's not a lot I can do. Ba-da-da-da. Here's a running honey dear. They got to have him in Texas, 'cause everyone's a millionaire. I'm a winner, I'm a sinner, don't you want my autograph? I'm a loser, what a joke, I'm playing my jokes on you. Well, there's nothing better to do. Ba-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Na-na-na, na-na-na. Don't you look at my girlfriend, she's the only one for me. She's the only one I got. Take a jumbo, cross the water, like to see America. See the girls in California, I'm hoping it's going to come true, but there's not a lot I can do. Ba-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da.
Fourscore minus a few years ago, our fathers brought forth the dirtiest car likely ever driven on this great continent. This President's Day, Quick Car Wash declared, "Don't drive dirty," that all cars should be equally shiny and good. To honor that declaration, we're giving you 50% off any car wash now through February 22nd. At Quick Car Wash, you'll shine the way our forefathers meant you to shine. Only valid at participating locations. Offer expires February 22nd, 2022.
Mass Mutual knows that your finances can be an uncomfortable conversation.
Mark, we should really talk about our money.
Yep, really should.
Like, we never talk about our savings.
No, we never talk about that. Or our assets.
Our debt.
Yeah, we really should talk about our debt.
We need one of those financial plans.
One of those will make a difference.
We should talk about it.
We really should.
Talk to us about financial wellness today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Mass Mutual, live mutual.
Don't have much money, but for your party, I'd buy a big house where go through the lake. I was a sculptor, but then again, no. Makes traveling show. No, it's not much, but it's the best I can do. It's my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody
This is a song,
it may be
quite
quite
simple.
simple, but now that it's done. Hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life while you're in the world. Oh, well, you all the verses, well, you got me by the cross, but the sun's been quite bright.
Well, I wrote this song.
It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting but these things I do.
Mm.
See, I forgot if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is,
Everything
yours are the sweetest eyes.
I never get.
And you can tell everybody this is the song. It may be quite simple, but how that is done. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. I wonder why you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put
Down in words, how wonderful life is when you're in the world. I hope I don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put down in words. Nationwide is on your side. I know you got love, Arizona.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
hey, how's it going?
Okay.
Good. I was wondering if you're around and if you have water yet.
No water.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. It was a little around earlier, but
Oh.
it's not around right now.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know if you get any then.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Bye.
All right.
Scooby-Doo. restaurant, window to check, woman. There's nothing left to talk about it. Horizontally, let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let's get physical. Everybody talk, body talk, everybody talk. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let's get physical. Everybody talk, body talk, everybody talk. I've been patient, I've been good, trying to keep my head above the table. It's been hard to hold it back. You know what I mean? I'm sure you understand my point of view. We know each other mentally. You gotta know that you're hanging out. Yeah, I'm all in me. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let's get physical. Everybody talk. Body talk. Everybody talk. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let's get physical. Everybody talk. You gotta talk. Everybody talk.
Want better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash infused with their super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to renew skin surface cells, improving skin 3 times better versus the leading body wash. Transform skin from dry and dull to firm and radiant. I can step into my day feeling fearless in my skin. And now try new Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for healthier looking skin that improves over time. Olay Body. Wondering what snacks to get for the big game? Your neighborhood grocery outlet has everything you need, all at huge savings. Stop by for wonderful pistachios. 2-pound packs are just $9.99. That's savings of up to 58% versus traditional grocery stores. Also, stock up on Frito-Lay party-sized chips. Assorted varieties are buy 2, get 1 free. At $2.86 each when you buy 3, that's a savings of up to 51%. Limit 3 free. Offers good through February 15th.
Got a funny feeling when she walks in mine. I thought it ended quite too soon. Why did it take so long to see the light? Seems so wrong, but now it seems so right. What a lady, what a night. Can you hear the drums, Fernando? I remember long ago another starry night. In the twilight, Fernando, you were humming to yourself and softly strumming your guitar. I could hear the distant drums and sounds of bugle calls coming from the far. They were closing out, Fernando. Every hour, every minute seemed to last eternally. I was so afraid, Fernando. We were young and full of life, and none of us prepared to die. And I'm not ashamed to say the roar of guns and cannons almost made me cry. There was something in the air, so bright, Fernando. For you and me, for me, Fernando. Though we never thought that we could lose, there's no regret. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend, Fernando. Fernando, I only want a heart of a dog, but never end. All I care now, there was something in the air, the rose so bright, Fernando. There was something
next to me, late at night, Fernando. That wasn't for if I had to do the same again, I would, my friend, Fernando. There was something in the air again. The stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. Those ever thought that we could lose, there's nothing there. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend, Fernando. Yes, if I had to do the same again, I would, my friend, Fernando. If I had to do the same. Magic, magic. Mm. I'm alive, motherfucker. Higher and higher, baby. It's a living thing. It's a terrible thing to lose. It's a given thing. What a terrible thing to lose. I just really don't feel good. This is what you can see from your worst day. I'm thinking I'm dying. Are you living life when you live like you time to the first day? I'm thinking for you and your sweet desire. Don't you do it, don't you do it. Oh. Lee Harvey.
saw one guy kind of glance over to the black guy at that table, and I said, well, what do you mean by that? And the guy was like, oh, why don't we recognize Kennedy as a holiday? I said, first of all, he's from Massachusetts, it's not this way. And it's not really relevant to the discussion. It's thinking about, so I recount that story because we still have a long way to go. And back in understanding I know the amount of history of involved in I am the second generation of the office of my father, who was an NCO in the Air Force. My brother was an NCO in the Air Force for most of the city. So I kind of grew up in this. I grew up Cub Scout, Boy Scout, ROTC in high school, ROTC in college. And I became an Air Force officer myself, military analyst, served in Korea, served at Berkeley Air Force Base, in New York, so along the way, my path was simply be proud of who you are, be proud of your nation, be proud of your flag, this, that. And I was came calling after 4 years in the Air Force. I answered an ad in the newspaper article, and it said, write a 1,500 word or less essay on anything that you feel strongly about. I'm a convert to Judaism, so I was writing about the Intifada. At the time in the 89 and 90 time frame. Someone saw that I could publish it. And of course, that started the process whereby 28 years later, I retired as an SIS-4, far exceeding my original plan to walk out the door as I wanted to be a full-blown military kid. So that was my baseline, and that's what I understood. But I kind of wanted to start with the Black History and the Black History Month because I think it is important to know that from my perspective, my history is your history. It's not Black or not Jewish. Your history is my history. Now, I have been called a lot of things over the years. Spy whisperer without question. So whoever on staff came up with the name for today's thing, thank you very much. Okay, I'm looking at it right there. Fantastic. Spy whisperer? Come on. That is so cool. And so the CIA is an espionage service, as everyone knows. And people are either intrigued or repelled by the thought of spying. The notion was the head of the operational training facility, which I am unable to name, but I don't think there's anyone in the room who doesn't know what that means. Those are some of the archaic rules that the agency has that don't make a whole lot of sense to me, but it is what it is. So I went and trained the next generation of clandestine collectors from multiple things, from the FBI, from DIA, and of course from CIA. All of the new hires that walked into the director of operations at that time fell up under what was my command. And so I had all the new, fresh, excited bodies for the first 24 months of their time in the agency. I spearheaded with Doug Wise the largest paradigm shift in operational training since the days of the OSS. What is now today called the Operational Tradecraft Force, which was the Field Tradecraft Force for many years, actually until about 200 years ago. So, for this audience agrees that relationships are built on trust. Exactly. So, trust is the core of every relationship that we have, whether it's personal, private, intimate, professional. I can have some trust. So, in order for me to talk about what it's like to be the head of training, or what we do to train, our CIA operatives, and I
forgive me for the use of the term operative. I got tired out of the senior job. I knew that I wanted to come out from undercover because I knew that there were going to be some possibilities in the entertainment sector that I wanted to be able to take advantage of, and staying undercover just was not going to be the card if I was going to be able to do that. They don't understand case officer or officer operative is just kind of really good. It's kind of cool, like spy whisperer. So, for the sake of the audience that I'm dealing with on the entertainment front, I'll use the term operative. So, you will get your bullseye, target logo, whatever it is in the company. That center target is who you're looking at. That's the story that you want. And you can bring as it comes out from that center bullseye is the located contact in your personal contact. The last name. Some of my blend in and have multiple, but just to give you a visual of that. So what you're looking for is the bullseye. And within the context of good, that is it. That's who you're looking for. Now, everyone likes to say this morning. So, to start with the fact that espionage is not exactly and that the goal of and that the establishment trust is the main goal of entering a secret pact between the spy handler and the recruiting spy. As an institution, the CIA has only been involved in this game for a very short period of time. To the most famous of the story and the first documented story of spy story is Dr. Taylor. That connected at those directions to spy out the land team. So, how do you, and today I'll share the stories that hopefully will answer the questions that were part of the advertisement for hopefully what brought you here. And those three questions were: how do you train someone to spy? How do you collaborate with other countries on spy education and not use your own secrets? And then finally, how are these things consistently accomplished in a dangerously changing world? I'm a big picture guy with just a thirst of knowledge and hopefully understand and a keen attention to detail. So I'll be answering these questions in reverse order because I think you need to understand the overall picture before I can get into the training piece of it. So I know there's a lot of knowledge in here of the intelligence community, but for the sake of those who might not have the same background, I'm going to quickly cover some, basically on the history of the CIA. So the CIA is the successful office. It only existed between 1943 and 1945 during World War II. And we were born out of a state-sponsored terrorist attack that we know is called 7 December 1940. So the OSS was disbanded after the end of the war in 1945. 2 years later, President Truman signed the National Security Act of 1947, which for the intelligence community, specifically for CIA, it is kind of our Bible, our Torah, our that's our Hammurabi code, whatever, however you want to view it, that's what it is for us, National Security Act of 1947. So that created the Central Intelligence Group, which 2 years later became the CIA, and we've maintained that name for over 70 years now. And the CIA only does three things, no matter what you see, hear, or read about. Three things. Collect, analyze, execute, presidents. Presidents go to action. That's it. And we do that through 5 directives. The Director of Operations, Someone Sahel, the Director of Science and Technology, the Director of Digital Innovation, the Director of Support, and the Director of Analysis. And they all have one mission. So, 5 directives, 3 missions, 1 objective: keep us safe and our allies safe. So the DO is the DO is the Director of Operations, is the operational arm of the CIA. They're the ones that are always in the newspapers. They're the ones that books and movies and TV shows are created about. And they're the ones who typically are get in trouble with information. It is what it is. It was created by the National Security Act of 47 to be that employee of any administration. So the GEO measures success by one's ability to recruit business development. That's what the resources do. And that business has to result in the production of foreign intelligence according to the president, officers, all of that. Well, by all measures, within the GEO, I was a failed officer. I did not recruit my first year. I did not recruit my second year. I learned a lot. And it was very good time, but I learned. And eventually I was able, it all started to crystallize and make sense. But at the end of the day, the DO is a result-driven entity, and I didn't live up to anyone's expectations, including my own. So, as we move into the first question, is there anyone in the room who doesn't know the adage that espionage is the second holy profession, but less reputable than the first? Is there anyone in here who has not heard that before? Well, I tend to think that people are more inclined or less repulsed maybe by the thought of selling your body than they are selling your soul, which you think you're doing in the spot. I never saw it that way in my knowledge. It always gets a chuckle. And whatever your views are of it, in my 32 years, I know that people thought less of me than they thought of people who had to do what they need to survive. So, power spying and collaborating with other intelligence services accomplished in a dangerously changing world. I had, I'm just going to say it, Director Brennan and I had philosophical differences on a lot of issues. And one of them was the point that he thought that we are now living in the most dangerous time in the history of the world. This is 20 years. I'm thinking, really not two world wars, War, Vietnam War. Those are just ours. When I talk about all these other wars that are fighting that's going on around the world, I do not believe that in the safest time in our history. It's just that the information that comes to us via these spy devices that you all just turned off, hopefully, just the constant bombarding of information. So it's not more dangerous, it's just more accessible. It's always in our presence, in our sight. So the short answer to how we do it in a constantly changing world is that intelligence services have always collaborated with one another. They've always shared. The 12 Israelite tribes that were sent out to spy with Canaan all went to different places. They all collected pieces, little pieces, and they all brought it back together. That was collaboration. Yes, they were all on the same team and they worked for different, services, but it was collaboration. Able to continue to adjust and fit and change because human nature has not changed since it hasn't. People are born on the wrong side of the track. People are born into a body that they don't believe should be their body. That didn't start in transgender in today's world. It was always existing. And a person like myself is always looking for that anomaly, that person who doesn't feel like they're being listened to, that person who doesn't feel like they fit, that person who feels like they're not being listened to. That's who I'm looking for as a potential spy in whatever area I'm trying to get into. And for the CIA, the heart and soul is human intelligence. Sitting down and looking a person in the eye and convincing that person that your goal is also their goal. Not always easy. But at the end of the day, danger is danger. whether it's faced by the Israelites during the Exodus or by the CIA today in Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, Iraq. So Moses chose Joshua from the North tribe, Caleb from the Judah tribe, and the Judah tribe was known for its intelligence gathering and its, being able to decipher secrets, dreams. And much like Moses chose these two relate that, our administration since 1942, beginning with FDR, showed the OSS, the CIG, the CIA, the people who go out to spy out. Now, the other thing that's not really different is the 10 from the 12 tribes when they came back, 10 of them told Moses, yeah, well, I don't think this is the kingdom of God. Joshua and Caleb, however, stood up and reported correctly. And the 10 called for the stoning death of Joshua and Caleb. Now, those same voices that rose up against Joshua and Caleb are still present in today's world. In the form of the White House, press, Hill, Hollywood, perhaps some of the Science. My point is, it's nothing new. People have always questioned our methodology. People have always questioned our reason. People have always mistrusted who we are as an institution. But the information that led to us finding PBL, that led to us finding al-Baghdadi, that led to us finding whatever secret it is that we're trying to do, is something that's going to very dangerous times over many days, months, and years by an entire group of people who have a similar goal. So how do you collaborate with another service and not use your competitive edge? So the British in the OSS, they provided General Donovan trainers, curriculum, so essentially everything that we know as CIA today is based on the British model. And most of the intelligence services in the world today are either based on the British model, the American model, or the Russian model. Operator, whether you're in Austria, the intelligence side is the intelligence side. But assess, develop, recruit, handle, and terminate. Or you might begin with terminate. It does not mean what Hollywood said terminate me. It does not mean taking somebody out in the alley and put the book in the back of the head. So whether it doesn't matter where you're from, the methodology, the intelligence cycle is the same. It's within the DNA of all intelligence. So I have a kind of a complex and convoluted story, so please bear with me because as I was explaining to my girlfriend, like that's not really clear on how you do it. But I was in the war zone in of the state of Texas, and working and living with our Pakistani partners in college. There was a target that was identified as the most senior Taliban commander, and we needed to capture him. So, working with the Pakistanis, we developed a plan, but it just wasn't enough to get us to where we wanted to go. And then one of our Western partners learned who we were chasing and said, well, we have a source that can help you get this guy. And so we tried to figure out how to use that information because they absolutely refused to allow CIA to share with the Pakistanis the fact that they have a source. So, non-CIA source, Pakistani partners with us in the middle on how to get to this one thing. The only way it was going to be possible was to trust established between us and our Western partners and not share that with the Pakistanis at their request, and to be on the ground with the Pakistanis without revealing the fact that the Western will be following. All right. That is probably professional. So, at the end of the day, sharing. So we taught them everything they know, but we didn't teach them everything that we know. And we were able to protect the fact what the Pakistanis didn't want to share, what our Western partners didn't want to share, and at the end of the day, everybody got what they wanted. But it all boils back down to trust and familiarity and being on the street at the same time. So, the segue to the third and final question. And then I'm going to open it up for questions because I know there are going to be any. So, human intelligence is what CIA does. That's our mandate. And so, how do you train someone to spy? By establishing trust. Primary role is to recruit, whether you're a CIA case officer, a CIA case officer, and a CIA trained FBI officer, recruiting spies, producing intelligence. But this requires manipulation. And manipulation is always seen in a negative light. I'm a spy handler. I don't see it the same. I don't see it as necessarily a negative thing. But we build and establish trust at the very beginning through our training, through the schoolhouse. What we're looking to identify for case officers like myself are people out there who are interested in joining the CIA, who have similar intellectual, social, and personality traits of those people who have successfully made it through the program in the past. Whether you're a CMO, a collection management officer, whether you're a staff operations officer, whether you're a case officer or a targeter, it doesn't matter what they're comparing it against, if those people have achieved some measure of success to say that, yes, this gentleman right here has everything it takes to be able to do this. Now, I caution the students as they were coming through, it's not a checklist. You can check all 99 of the things on that list and not make it through the field tradecraft course. Or you can check a third of them and fly through. It really is, it's just a marker, it's just a tool that we use. But the intellectual, social, and personality traits are what we're looking for. And we impress upon that, you've got to have integrity. You've got to have people with as close to unimpeachable, character as you can possibly find. No one is unimpeachable, of course. But that is what we're looking for. So we build trust through our training curriculum, through the execution of tradecraft, and as trust must exist in spy and spy handler, between the intelligence service that the spy handler belongs to, between the partnerships between intelligence services, but for me the most important one is between the CIA and the American people. That trust has been broken many times over many years. But I'm telling you that the CIA is consisting as a rogue elephant. That's the term from the 70s. I never really understood it. We have more oversight than any other government institution. We have more people looking at us. Even in today's world, we can get away with a lot less than we did back in the jealous era in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Of course, the church commission and all that in the 70s. We're trustworthy people. So, if you're having difficulty doing CIA as a harbinger of trustworthy folks, not the first and won't be the last. But if the foundation of espionage is trust, how do you reconcile that with one's moral compass? And I'll close with a story from when I was dean of the spy school and did a recruitment center visit to Norfolk State, which is a historically black college and university down in the Tidewater area of Virginia. And there was this young man who I was manning a booth, a job fair booth. And I saw this young man for the entire time I was out there walking by and looking, but he didn't want to approach. And so I got to a point where there was nobody that was at the podium, and kind of waved him over and I said, "Clearly you have questions, and that's what we're here to answer anything that you might have. How can you work with people who did experiments on black people in the 60s? Bam. normal. No, hey, nice to meet you. No, tell me about the CIA. Just bam, right in the face. And I said, well, yeah, we've been accused of that, and it's forwards. If you want to talk about history, we can talk about history. If you want to talk about job opportunities for young black men and women today, or people of color, I'm your guy. So he kind of looked at me again. I wasn't too late. Yes. Looks at me again and he says, what are you looking for in your employees? And tell me. Literally, the look on his face was priceless. Why should you do? And I said, absolutely. I don't know. Everybody tell the truth every time? No. It's just that mankind is told the truth every time. Everybody. I don't think I can make that was more than probably that was a decade ago. But I think I was able to show him that what he thought CIA was might not necessarily be real CIA. But there's always more to the story. There's always something else out there that maybe they didn't know or consider. And that at the end of the day, you'd rather have people with character, morals, integrity out the way, question the difference, and people with questionable morals out there. So this young man didn't embrace CIA or my hiring pitch, but he left thinking the possibility he believed he knew about CIA was wrong, or at least it was complete. And that's question the premise of assumptions of others. Question the information you receive internally and or externally. And that's the question of the So I didn't talk a lot about my own personal part of it because it was in the advert. But I served in the sheriff's center all around the country, down in Pakistan, and I really received fantastic children, young graduates from high school in Uganda, graduates from high school in Switzerland, one of the artists married in Seattle, the other is social worker in Chicago, and both of them are absolutely never been CIA officers. Yes, ma'am, you have a question?
Did you do anything in your career that you felt compromised you? Ever?
No. That's an easy one. Absolutely not. Now there were operations that I either cut off because there were one specifically comes to mind that would have resulted, that almost assuredly would have resulted in the target being killed by another country. There were too many variables. There were too many things that we couldn't control. And I, on 3 separate occasions, tried to shut this CO from bringing it up again, and I finally did, but that would have been something that I really waited to never on my conscience for a long time. So my answer, absolutely not.
Just a few words about the information proposed for today regarding crypto. Are you aware of that?
I did. I literally see no news this morning. Is it not cryptocurrency?
But no, the idea was there was a Swiss company called Crypto that was owned secretly by the CIA royalties and providing cryptographic devices to other countries. One of those artifacts is from our collection that was photographed.
It is extremely weird to be 28 years undercover and not ever be able to talk about CIA. And transitioning to a world where I only talk about CIA. Whether I'm doing that on the ABC News, on the the last time I was on, after that, we were still on the strike. And talking to audiences that clearly don't have the background that you have living here, Californians are not as but different in a good way. I'm just a nice Georgia boy. Okay, I'm just a country kid from Augusta, GA, and my world has always been shifting. And I tell Californians that it was culture shock moving to LA, and not any different than when I moved to New York, or quite frankly, not any different than Mogadishu in some sense, probably. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna have to pass on that. I do have knowledge, and I just would rather not.
I didn't take the microphone with this person. Scott. Well, thank you for talking to us. I have so many questions, but one is I'm curious about the ethnic breakdown of the CIA. And I'm also curious if you would give us an example of how the training works. Are you doing things with driving, guns, surveillance? I mean, just what is the curriculum on that too, and when does someone launch out?
So when I visited the spot museum, I was here last spring for ABC News, and one of the investigative journalists asked me, "Have you been to the spot museum?" I'm like, "Yep, been to the spot museum." No, new spot museum, the national spot museum. So he arranged a VIP tour for me. I came over with a good friend of mine who's back in the auditorium right now, and we just had to spend 2 days to visit. But during that visit, the lady that was working with us saw that I knew a lot of the people that were flashing up on the screens, like, "Will you come speak for us?" And I said, "Let's talk and figure out the timing." And I was extremely honored to be a part of the Black History part of it. But I only have 2 red lines when I'm dealing with Hollywood and when I'm dealing with the audience. I don't talk about the curriculum at the school. It's what keeps us safe. It's what separates us from the others, and that's our competitive edge that I can't. So we do defensive driving, we do weapons, and those are most people who come out to really dangerous places or going to war zone areas. And people wash out of the program for any number of reasons. They can't adapt to this. They know it's a fake model, but it's a fake model that was built and based on real world events over many, many years and constantly updated and adjusted to adapt to whatever the time frame or probably the biggest paradigm right now. But a lot of it has to do with people who are just caught up in this concept that Hollywood has got it right. So they come in thinking about CIA one way, and I tell them, just be the person that you hire. Don't go down there trying to be what you think they want. So just adjusting and adapting and recognizing that what you think you know about it and what we're going to teach you are not the same. Sorry to kind of dance around that, and that's probably close to talking about the schoolhouse that I feel comfortable. So I can't talk about the agency writ large, but within the DO. Quick story. So when I was the deputy director of the Counterterrorism Center, the new DO at the time came to me and said, I got a favor to ask of you. My boss, the boss, not called favor, just tell me what it is that you want. And he says, I want you to meet the cast and crew of Homeland. Like, come on, no, anything but that. I just didn't. I love the show. I just saw no utility in doing that. I did it. And unfortunately, well, I walked into the meeting, probably it was already going on for 20 or 30 minutes. I was in an actual meeting. So, but when I came in, and literally every eye turned and looked at me, and I'm like, oh, I apologize for being late. They said, no, this is perfect timing. They wanted a senior DO officer to answer this question. And I said, well, what's the question? They said, well, what's different? Well, how long have you been in the agency? I think it was 22 years at that point. So 24. What's changed between when you walked in the door and now? And I looked around the room. I said, Israeli, British, and I pointed out all the nationalities that were on the cast and crew of Homeland and said, I'm sitting in a room with foreign nationals on the 7th floor of CIA headquarters talking to people who pretend to be us but aren't us. And of course, people started laughing. I said, that would have never happened 24 years ago. I said, but honestly, the real thing that has changed when I walked in the door, there was no zero examples of any people of color or women that were division chiefs. And within the DO, rising up to the level of division chief was what everybody in this officer wanted to do. Well, that's not true. Some people just want to do the work. You can't do the work as division chief, so there is former division chiefs anyway. But at the end of the day, it was, I think I lost the thread of it. And then I explained, but now we have, at that point, my counterparts were a Puerto Rican guy running LA division, a Korean American running EA division, me running Africa division, 3 women running other divisions. And so I said, we're much more diverse, we're much more effective, we're much more efficient than we were, 25 years ago. And it has to do with hiring and trying to recruit people that represent, and I don't think you need to have, only black officers in AF. In fact, when I walked in the door, because I had grown up in Japan and because I had served in Korea, I knew I was going to EA. There was no way in the world that I was going to be a black dude going to Africa. I just simply refused to be that guy. And then I met a gentleman that has a mustache like this, Mr. Stewart right here, and his name was Bill Mosby. And Buana was a force of nature. The guy from rural Pennsylvania, close your eyes and envision the great white hunter of the 19th century. I'm literally that was Buana. That man knew more about Africa than anybody on the planet. More importantly, I was at the subdivision party going on, and he knew everyone's name. He didn't know everyone, not only their names, he knew the spouse's names, he knew the kids' names, he knew their pets. He knew I'm not kidding. There was nobody standing behind Buana saying, oh, this is Daryl coming up and this is where he served. He knew everybody. That to me meant that was family. And I was so drawn to this one guy, and to grow up and actually do the job that he did when that first day, I literally got goosebumps right now. I love Bill Mosby. That man changed my life. And so he was a perfect example of you don't have to have a black guy out there doing something Africa or an Asian guy in Asia. I can train anyone in this room to go anywhere in the world and do the work that we need to do. But you do have to have you gotta have diversity. And not just diversity in color, diversity in thought, diversity in experiences, all of those count. So we are more diverse. When I made it to the SIS ranks, there were, I think I was number 11, but when I walked out the door, there were 5. So I don't know if it's backsliding, I think it's just timing and a whole bunch of other things, but I think they're doing better. And to John Brennan's credit, John Brennan, Director Brennan, was serious about doing those things and making sure that we were hiring the right people. And yes, ma'am.
Okay, good afternoon. Thank you very much for coming in today. I have a very basic question. A couple of years ago, I took a river cruise from Moscow to St. Petersburg. On my iPhone, I do have the name, address, phone number, and email of a very special person who works for our No Such agency. I decided to leave all of my electronics at home for fear of what might be picked up, and took only a straight regular digital camera. Did I make the right decision?
Absolutely 100%. Yes, ma'am, you did. Listen, the CIA is not the only person in the game. Everybody is out there doing the same thing that we're doing. But they don't have the same, they do it differently. The Chinese, traveling to China, whatever you have, the electronics is there. You know, Equifax and all these others too, so I'm not really sure it matters that much, but I always recommend that people who are traveling for business, whether it's, river cruises, if you don't, you can take that device, and phones aren't just phones, there's more information on your phone than in your home. You would rather someone break into your home than steal your phone. Trust me, you would much rather you break into your home than get a hold of your phone, but I got your phone, I got you. Period. Henceforth, now and forevermore. But yes, you did right. And I'm glad that you were astute enough to recognize that you can go have fun and travel and be safe and have fun and not be taken advantage of by exactly. Yes, sir.
Okay, by way of introduction, I'm not in the intelligence community or half of it. But I did spend 22 years in the infantry. My daughter did. My question is about the cover stories. I think on the cover, particularly one that was mentioned earlier in the introduction about the musical cover.
So the musical cover is actually Richard Bergerman was the ABC journalist who wrote the article. He had listened to the podcast that I did in Washington, and the tagline that came out of that was "Singing is hard, inspiring is easy." And so he saw that, and he wanted to interview me on my love of music. So music was my first love. I sang from 4th grade all the way through the University of Georgia Men's Glee Club, and with 2 bands, one in Senegal and one in Uganda. Now, I was undercover the entire time as a State Department official. I didn't have, band cover. I just sang in a band because that's what I love to do, and it introduced me to this entirely different group of people of interest that I didn't know. And without getting into a lot of details, it was very good for us, it was very good for our nation. We need to be exposed to some people that might not otherwise have been exposed to. So the cover within the CIA is not like covering the FBI. If you're in the FBI and you're an undercover and you have to become Johnny Roscoe, you actually have to be a mafioso. You have to do some things to make it. That's not the same as someone who is undercover in the State Department looking at a political officer or someone. So the band thing was just more of a journalistic switch. Whatever that means, but that's kind of the gist of the argument. And if you haven't seen it, it's Singer, Taylor, Soldier, Spy. Okay, so I didn't name it, but it is kind of not as cool as Spy Whisperer, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Did I answer your question?
Given the White House's fairly amazing lack of respect for the intelligence community and the CIA, could you? Sorry.
No. I get it.
Does it affect morale? I assume it does. And has it affected ability to recruit?
I don't know if I can answer the second one, but I don't think we're running into people who want to come in. president was labeled Trump is. And I don't say that in a anti-Trump way, because honestly, every president who takes that office has a similar idea of the challenges and the threats that are out there. I give them a pass that first year, maybe even that first 2 years, because again, you're talking about a guy who came from zero, knew nothing about the intelligence community, and has to deal with the amount of things that anyone that's 60 and older is going to have to deal with. One of the best responses to the question you asked is an article that Sue Gordon did in the last 2 weeks, where she talked about, as her number 2 guy, D&I, who was the president, how much she enjoyed it, because she actually dig back deep into the roots of all of her training to explain to this guy who really knew nothing but wants to understand, and I do believe he wants to understand.